When you're in love, what's debt got to do with it? Well, finances can make or break your relationship, but there are ways to address your financial situation and stay in love. Kenny Pugh is here now. He's the love and money columnist for blackenterprise.com. Kenny, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
You bet. Okay, so let's talk money here. I would guess that everyone has some kind of baggage going into a relationship, but student loans and credit card debt and medical bills, those can be enough to send some people running. How do you approach such a sensitive topic in a relationship?
One of the first things you need to do is just kind of take inventory of everyone's situation that they bring to the table. It's very important for us to have an idea of what we're getting into. So if you have $10,000 in credit card debt, we need to make sure that we communicate that up front. So it's all about communication, so we know what we're getting ourselves into. That way we can develop a plan.
It's kind of hard, because you kind of want to say, like, can I see your bank statement? That's not very romantic, is it?
No, that's not something you want to do on date number one. But as you get more and more serious with the person, that is something that definitely needs to be disclosed.
It's so smart to do. And so do you think that your credit score then, once people find out more about you, do you think your credit score has anything to do, say, with your marriage eligibility? Because I hear more females talking about it. Right. What about the men?
Well, it's important because I think it also communicates a character situation. But everyone's gone through challenges in their past, and so you can't necessarily assign a credit score to someone who's gone through a divorce or have had medical issues in the past. And so you don't want to hold that against someone. But what it does is allows you to take an inventory of where someone is and decide what your plan of action is to go forward or move forward in that relationship.
So if you have a bad credit score, then how can you make yourself look better if it's somebody else's fault?
Well, if you have a situation or an event that has taken place behind or in your past, then it's important for you to just communicate that. And everyone has the ability to improve your credit scores. I've seen people go from 500 to 740 in a short period of time, so it's something that can be worked on. You just need to make sure that that person has great character and will not repeat the same mistakes.
Okay, so love will see you through, and be honest. So nowadays, a lot of women, let's talk about this touchy subject, a lot of women are making more than the men. So some people can't handle that. They're not confident enough. What's your advice for taking that situation on?
Well, there's three things that I say to keep in mind. Take a look within. Everyone brings value to a relationship, so it's important to understand what your value is, whether it is you being an event planner, you being an organizer, you being the person that just manages the household. That is something that is of value. Also, the second thing to look at is, assess the relationship. Is your relationship solely money focused? If so, then that's not really a relationship. That's like a business partnership. And we don't want
or some gold digging going on.
Exactly. So you want to make sure that you're not focused on money solely. Relationships are about a lot more than just money. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is just understand that people make relationships, not money. And so everyone has value that they bring to the table, but the core pieces of a relationship are love, respect, and communication. And so if you bring those to the table, despite whatever the money situation is, you can persevere through it.
And we know that Valentine's Day, that's coming up this week. Traditionally, a lot of people are popping the question, how much should you spend on a big rock?
Well, tradition says 3 months' salary. But a lot of people are not in a position to do that. I know from a guy's perspective, there are a lot of guys that can't afford the 3 months.
It's intimidating.
So I said it is. And so one of the recommendations is to make an investment, whether you have to sell some of your items to get the money to purchase the ring, but don't go in debt doing so, because the worst thing to do is to bring in that debt into the marriage. You want to start off on a clean slate, a firm foundation.
And if it's the right person, they're going to love you anyway.
Absolutely.
It's all about the love. Kenny Pugh, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.